This video is all about attracting dream clients, you guys, attracting high vibe, high frequency clients who are excited about joining your high investment, high end coaching program. So if you are a coach, consultant, speaker, trainer, someone who has a service based program that you are offering that is high end and you're trying to get more clients to get into your high-end program, you're trying to get out of selling tons and tons and tons of low-end offers, and you're ready to start going into the high-end coaching section of your business, then this video is for you. My name is Gabrielle Leonard. I am a business engineer, and that just means that I help entrepreneurs to really create a business that attracts high vibe clients into their coaching program using CEO, what I call CEO systems, to help you step out of solopreneur, hustlepreneur mode and into CEO flow, right? And that is a whole conversation on its own. But for today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting right into the information for today, which is how I stopped attracting nightmare clients and started attracting high vibe dream clients. So, you guys, today's information is super cool. One, because I'm going to get right into the information, and two, because there is a workbook that is attached to it. If you're watching on Instagram, the link to the workbook and bonus class is going to be in my bio. If you're watching on this video, the link to the bonus class and workbook is going to be in the description of this video. And I'm going to also add it to the comment section of this video at the end of this video as well. So I have some goodies for you. So as we're going along, you can go ahead and download that, sign up for that workbook and bonus class, which is all about attracting high vibe clients and stop attracting nightmare clients. So let's break down what a nightmare client is. A nightmare client is a client who is complaining about your offers. So let's say you are, hello, how are you? Let's say you are offering a program or coaching program, a package that is $1,500, $2,000 plus, right? And you know the value that you've put into it, you know the value you bring to the table, and you are like, okay, this is what the program is. Oh, thank you so much, Stunning Royalty. I really appreciate that, right? You know how much that program is, right? So now when you put that put that program out there and you said, okay, this is the price for my program, they're complaining about your prices, they are asking for discounts. That's one characteristic of a nightmare client. Another characteristic of a nightmare client is one who asks tons and tons and tons and tons of questions, but there's no action behind of all the questions that they're asking. And you can tell because there are certain questions that are super valid. I'm going to be drinking my tea because you guys know I'm recovering from laryngitis. So I want to make sure I'm taking care of my throat. You can tell these kind of clients because they're asking like random questions that has nothing to do with whatever you're trying to offer. So for example, you broke every single thing down on your website, on your sales page. You broke all the questions down. You have all the FAQs, and there's an application for them to fill out, but they don't fill the application out yet. Still, they come on your Instagram and they ask you questions in your DM that is already answered on your sales page, and they're saying just for clarification. Like, that kind of client. If you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. These are clients who are going to go and contact all your past clients and ask questions about how it's been like to work with them. They're doing a lot, right? And instead of hopping on that discovery call with you and asking you, they're going behind your back and doing certain things. And it's like very weird and shady how they're going about doing things. You get a vibe from them that's very shady, right? That's not 100% kosher, right? That is a sign, a characteristic of a nightmare client. I just wanted to make sure you understand that. That is a characteristic of a nightmare client. Another characteristic of a nightmare client are clients who want to kind of rush the process. So, for example, I've had a client where I am saying this program is going to take about 3 months to complete, but they want to complete it in 4 weeks, right? That's that kind of client, right? Another nightmare client is a client who is totally all over the place. They get on a discovery call with you, they're doing this, they're doing that, they have a lot of different things that's like they're doing at the same time and they're all over the place. That is a characteristic of a nightmare client. Guys, how many of you have ever experienced any clients like that? Clients who have those types of characteristics. If that sounds like a client that you ever work with, I want you to comment and let me know in the comment section below. So let me know that I'm not alone because I've experienced all these different kinds of clients. Another thing, another characteristic of a nightmare client, this comes because you haven't done your due diligence. So this is a kind of client, right, that would absolutely they would totally come in and they have like 50 million projects that they're working on at the same time. And so they're hoping for you to yes, thank you so much, Ebony, for confirming that. Yeah, it happens, right? So they have 50,000 things going on, right? And you offer a particular package and they come to you because they want to join this particular package, right? But when they come on your discovery call, they're hoping to get coaching for all these different kinds of packages, all the different things that they're doing in one coaching program. So they're trying to get like double duty into one. They come in and they ask a bunch of other things that's irrelevant to what your program is about. And it kind of makes it weird, right? Throughout the program. If that has happened to you, let me know. Okay. Another example of a nightmare client, clients who you give assignments to, you're doing all your coaching with, you're doing all the things that you want to do in your program, right? You're doing it, and you are going all in. You're putting your heart and soul into the coaching program or the offer, and the client is doing nothing, right? They're not doing their homework assignments, they're not showing up on time, they're not responsive, they're not doing certain things that you tell them to do, etc., 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 right? They are, it's almost like a block, right? That's another example of a client who does not fit into what you're doing and would be considered a nightmare client. So these are some examples that we have here. There's a lot of different things going on, right? So if you have ever had a nightmare client, I want you to comment number 1 in the comment section below and let me know which one of the criteria was one that you experienced. Let me know which personality you came across that was your experience, right? Let me know in the comment section below. I want to actually see those of you who've experienced that, because I think it's so important to talk about these things. How many of you know that a lot of us in business are very much alone and there's no one we can go to kind of vent about these things to? I know I've been there, especially when you get to a certain level in your business, you tend to feel alone and like there's no one else there to talk to when it comes to certain things in your business. And so if that is you, I want you to know that you are not alone. I have experienced this in my business. I have experienced nightmare clients in my business. I have gone through the whole ringer with certain clients who just made you feel drained, which is another characteristic. If you've been with a client that made you feel extremely drained, extremely exhausted, extremely tired, those are characteristics of nightmare clients, you guys. Your clients should not make you feel drained. Your client should not make you feel exhausted. Your clients should make you feel like you have an energy rush. After you work with your clients, you should not be feeling exhausted. You should not be feeling as if, you just want to just quit because you're just exhausted, right? You should not be feeling discouraged after working with a client. After you work with a client, you should feel rejuvenated, excited, inspired, motivated, and just like you're ready to take on the entire world. They should give you an energy rush, not pull away from it. And I see a lot of clients of mine and people who are, want to work with me who right now feel as if they want to stop coaching. And if you're a business coach, you got into business coaching because you love what you do. You love to teach, you love to coach. And if your clients are making you feel like this isn't what I want to do anymore, that means you're attracting nightmare clients. And so I want you to take a second to share this video with your friends and other biz besties who are experiencing this right now. If you ever heard your biz besties say, I want to just stop coaching and I just want to only offer courses because I'm just exhausted with these clients. If you've ever had that in your business, let's say you're a graphic designer and you're like, I'm done with offering this because all of these clients are driving me crazy. You're attracting nightmare clients, you guys. That is a problem. Okay. And we don't want that to happen because you got into coaching because you love what you do and you enjoyed the rush of working with that first client who you actually helped and saw them have results. And now you've stumbled across a few nightmare clients and it's causing you to feel like this isn't for you. No, it's absolutely for you, because the feeling that you get when you work with an amazing dream client is the real feeling. That just means that you need to start landing more dream clients and stop landing nightmare clients. So we're going to get into how I stopped and started repelling those nightmare clients and started attracting and making my energy available for dream clients in just a second. But I want to outline what a dream client or a high vibe client is. A high vibe client is a client who sees the value in whatever you're offering. They see that whatever your service or your package is all about is valuable, and they have no problems investing and paying for that offer. They're not going to question the price. They're not going to ask for a discount. They are actually very grateful. They think the price is actually fair. They think there's value in that. And they see that if they do invest in this thing, that it's going to pay off in the long run. Those are dream clients. A dream client is a client. Yes. Thank you so much. A dream client is a client who is, when you give them assignments in your programs or in your offers, whatever your offer is, as a service-based offer, you give them the assignments, they do it. If they can't do it on time, they message you and say, hey, I'm so sorry, right now I'm dealing with this thing, but I will have this done by this date. Those are clients who take the thing they invested in seriously. These are clients who will refer your offer to someone else because they value the offer that they signed up for, right? That is what a dream client is. And so if you're constantly attracting these nightmare clients who are draining your energy, who are making you feel suffocated in your business, who's making you start to resent offering whatever you're offering in your business, then this class is definitely for you. So now let's get into the 5 things that I did to stop attracting nightmare clients and start attracting high vibe dream clients. Also, I've included a free gift for you, actually 2 free gifts for you in this video. So in the description of this video, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on Instagram, it is in my bio. There is a link to sign up for a workbook, which is called the High Vibe Attraction Workbook, and my High Vibe Attraction mini course or class. It's going to be in the link in the bio or in my description of this video. So whatever we learned today, you can actually take it one step further and go into the strategy behind of whatever I'm offering, whatever I'm talking about today. Not only that, that actually is a snippet of one of my coaching programs called the CEO Blueprint. So if you want to kind of see some behind the scenes of what some of my clients get, you get to get an inside scoop behind of that in that training as well. So that's just a thank you for being on this video and watching it. But just remember, that is only for those of you guys who are already coaches or offering services. You already have clients in your business. This is not for those of you who are just getting into business, who are trying to figure out how to get clients, trying to figure out what your brand is, trying to figure things out. No, these are for those of you who are already business owners, who are already established in your business. Even if it means you've had 3 clients in your business so far, you already know what it takes to get a client. You've been there and you're trying to get to the next level of your business. That's who that's for, okay? So I wanted to make that very clear. Now, First thing that I did that helped me to shift from attracting nightmare clients is understand the concept of my energy. Now, I'm not a woo-woo person. I do believe in Jesus. I am a Christian. I would say more so I'm a believer than I'm a Christian, but I just believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in the word of God, but I'm not woo-woo. Like, I'm not the kind of person that's gonna be like, oh, my energy, this. I'm not that kind of person, but I started to understand the concept of what you like this. There's an energy that you put out, and I do know that that's real. Like, have you ever met someone and you're like, I love this person, I don't know who she is, but I like her? Or have you ever met someone that's like, I don't know who this person is, but I definitely don't like this person at all? They're giving me a vibe that I just don't like. It's repelling me from them. That is a vibe that you emit, right? Every one of us emit a vibe or energy, right? So can we all agree that that's true? Can we all agree that we have met someone and made an instant decision whether or not we're going to like them, not just based on their outward appearance, but based on a vibe they give off or energy that they give off? Can we agree that that's true? Anyone agrees with me? If you agree with me, let me know in the comment section below. All right? Let me know in the comment section below if you agree that we all emit an energy. Okay? So we all emit this energy, right? Whether it's a good energy or it's a bad energy. But when it comes to business, I realized that we are emitting certain energies that either attract or repel our dream clients. Okay? I'm gonna say it again. We are in business. Those of us who are in business, we are either we are emitting an energy that either attracts or repel our dream clients. I talked about this briefly in a few videos before, but I kind of want to kind of break it down a little bit more, right? And so when we are in business, we can either give off an energy of, she knows what she's talking about, she knows what she's doing, and if I ever work with her, she's going to definitely help me get to where I want to be in my business, right? That's one energy that we can give off. Or we can give off an energy that's like, she seems good on paper, but I feel like if I ever work with her, I'm going to be wasting my money. Or because she doesn't have her, I can feel like there's like, she doesn't have her act together, right? So we either give off an energy that's like, okay, she has her act together, or she doesn't have her act together, right? Or maybe if she gets bit, she's more, if she spends some more time in her business and does a couple more things, she will have her act together eventually. So there's a certain energies that we give off, right? And so we need to be very aware of what kind of energy we're giving off, because a lot of us are in a place where we're not landing that high-end client and we're like, well, I'm good at what I do. Why am I not landing that high-end client? It's because my offer is too high. No, the offer has nothing to do with it most of the times. Most of the times, the client can feel the vibe that we're giving off. And even though we vibe, like we're good, we get on a call with them and it's a good call, and we are laughing with each other and they don't hate you. It's not a vibe of, I can't stand this person. It's a vibe of, this isn't the person for me. Right? So even though they're like, yeah, I'll work with you, at the end of the day, you're giving off a vibe that's like, this isn't the person for me. Right? And so what I realized, I wanted to shift that energy. I wanted to shift the energy from any giving off any doubt that they may probably have, any energy that I was giving off that was causing any kind of doubt in my potential client's mind, to making that person, when they get on a call with me, be 100% certain that this is the right decision for them. I wanted to make sure that my energy was giving that off. I wanted to give that off, right? And there are certain things that I did to ensure that I did. And I'm not going to talk about anything woo-woo, you guys. I'm just talking about simple things that are just like basic, right? So the first thing that I did was I started to make sure that I had specific affirmations that would align with what I was trying to get. This is just a basic level stuff. We're going to get into more deep stuff, but this is a basic level stuff, right? So I would have certain affirmations, because it's a matter. The first thing that I did, of course, was shift my mindset and my energy. Let me talk about that. So the first thing that I did was shift my mindset and my energy, because your mindset is what helps you emit that energy. So I had to give myself affirmations that helped me to realize that I was worthy of that high-end client, that I was worthy of every good thing that was coming to me, right? That I was worthy of every single thing that I had set my mind to and I was going to get in my business. I had to shift my mindset in a way that would allow me to operate out of confidence instead of out of desperation and out of a place of, I'm not sure if this, like, really, I'm not sure, right? Because as business owners, especially if we're leveling up in our business, we tend to have this mindset of, am I good enough? Am I an imposter? I'm saying that I can help them with this, but really, can I help them with this for real, for real? And that is giving off an energy, you guys. That is giving an energy off. Okay, so I had to make some shifts, and I had to start thinking and knowing, not thinking, knowing that I was worthy, knowing based on my track record, based on the client results that my clients get, that I was absolutely worthy of charging a certain price for my coaching programs. That I was absolutely worthy. Hi there. Hi, you guys. How are you? Hi. That was worthy of all the things, the amazing things that I was going to start experiencing in my business. And when I made that shift, I started to exude this confidence in my business, right? And I started to exude a confidence that was uncompromising, that I would refuse to allow my mind to say certain things to me, and or if I have a negative thought, I would shut it down immediately. Okay, so I started to do affirmations and I started to meditate as well. Like, I started to just every morning when I get up from work, I have a morning ritual, right? Where I would recite an affirmation of, I am worthy of every good thing coming into my life. I am a money magnet. Money is flowing to me. All my different affirmations, I would say it in the morning before I started working. I would meditate. I would get my mind to settle, because again, we have all these thoughts that are coming in. How many of you struggle with a bunch of negative thoughts in your business every day? For example, if you're launching something and it's not working, you start to doubt yourself. You start to think all these negative things. How many of you are doing that? Type your number 2 in the comment section below if that's you. And if you're watching on the replay, also comment along, follow along, respond. I really want to hear from you guys. Right? So we have these thoughts. And so I do a meditation in the morning that is just very simple. It just helps me to calm my mind, and it helps me to be more aware of when those negative thoughts come, because a lot of times we're so used to these negative thoughts that we're not even aware of when they're coming and they're causing us to have an energy shift. How many of you have ever been minding your business, doing you're doing your own thing, right? You're doing your thing in your business, and all of a sudden you get like depressed or frustrated out of the wazoo. Like, all of a sudden you're fine, you're doing things, and then you've been watching different people on Instagram, you're doing other things, and all of a sudden you get depressed out of nowhere. How many of you have had that experience? Let me know in the comment section below. Just do a hands up emoji if that ever happened to you. That little shift right there shifts your energy, you guys. And so some of us don't even realize when we have thoughts that we're entertaining, that's actually shifting our energy and what we emit to our audience. And so I do meditation in the morning. I use an app called Headspace. If any of you guys know Headspace, you guys have heard me talk about it before. It helps me to meditate because I suck at meditating. So using an app, a guided app for meditation, helps me to be more focused, and it helps me to it just helps guide me to what I want to have happen. And what I want to have happen is to be more aware of my thoughts. I am definitely an inspirational speaker. Yes. I want to be aware of my thoughts, right? And so these the meditation app helps me to be more aware. And so there's certain prompts that they would say in there, like, it's okay if a thought is coming in, just be aware of it. Observe the thought that's coming by, and it helps you to be more mindful of what is going through your mind, right? And so every morning I would actually meditate so that I am able to practice learning when or identifying when certain thoughts are coming in that can absolutely mess with the energy that I'm putting out there. Okay. So that's another thing that I do. I also pray in the morning. So as you guys know, I am a Christian. I do believe in God. I pray and I read the Bible. And so one of the things that I also do is I tend to find devotionals that speak to where and what I need right now, such as faith and hope and the promises that God has for me. I do meditation on those scriptures as well. And so every morning I pray, I say my affirmations and I meditate, and that helps me to shift my mindset, and it helps me to shift the energy that I'm putting out there to my audience and to my potential clients. And so though that's the first step. That's the first thing that I do. I shift my mindset and my energy, okay? So, yes, it's so good when you make those little shifts. It helps you so much. Just that alone helps. But that's not enough, because we can do all the mindset work we want to do, and if we don't do a supplemental strategies or implement certain strategies in our business, then that mindset work is not gonna really do much, right? It's gonna do much for you and who you're attracting. But you can, let's say you work on all your mindset work and you're attracting, you have a high energy and you're everything is good, you're confident, but you don't have systems in place. You're gonna attract those high-end clients, but you're not gonna land them and you're not gonna keep them. So what I did was, in addition to working on my mindset and my energy, I started to put systems in place that were specifically created to help me attract high vibe clients, keep them, and grow my business from them. Okay. So I put certain systems in place that not only allow me to attract those high vibe clients, but detract or repel those nightmare clients that I described before earlier in this video. And so certain examples of systems that I put in place is certain shifts, such as listing my prices on my website, my sales page, or on my application, right? So if I'm going to offer a program, instead of making the price a secret, I make the price very visible. So the person who's going to look at the application is going to make a decision as, I want to do this or I don't want to do this, or I can afford to do this or I can't afford to do this. That little step alone, you guys, have pushed away so many clients who come to me, my messages, and they're like, I want to work with you, Gabrielle. I want to work with you. And I'm like, absolutely, I would love to work with you if you're in alignment with my business, right? And I would give them the application, and they would go ghost just from the application link alone. And so that's happened a lot of times. And I actually want that. Before, in the early phase of my business, it would bother me. Like, it would bother me when I gave them a link to my application, and they wouldn't sign up. I would be so heartbroken, like, oh my God, they ghosted me. They were all excited, and they're all of a sudden they're ghosting me. Thank you so much, Regina, for tagging a friend. All of a sudden, oh my God, Gabrielle, I want to work with you, and all of a sudden you give them the link and they're nowhere to be found, right? And that used to bother me in the beginning of my business. I would be so stressed out about this because we want to make money, right? And so when this would happen, I would message them, ask them, hey, did you check this out? Did you check this out? Did you check this out? But now I'm in a place of my business where I don't want those kinds of clients, because now I understand, as I matured in my business, that those clients that you try to force to become clients become those nightmare clients that you have in your business, right? And you are trying to detract from that. You don't want that in your business. You don't want that energy at all. And so I have put systems in place, simply putting my prices down on my application or my sales page, so they know exactly what the price of my high-end offer is. Remember, this video is for those of you who are coaches, consultants, offering services that you want to start offering more high-end services, because this is for those of you guys who are elevating your business. Those of you who already have clients in your business, who are already getting clients on a lower level, like 500 and lower, or even 1,000 and lower, and you're like, you know what, Gabrielle, I'm ready to start charging $3,000. I'm ready to start charging $5,000. I'm ready to start charging $10,000, right? Those of you who are like that, this is who I'm speaking to specifically in this video, okay? You want to put the price down. Why are you hiding the price? Because that price is what is going to make people aware if they want to work with you or not. Veroka, absolutely. That has happened to me so many times. So many times. And I realized that when I shifted and I put my price on there, it detracted those what I didn't want, or it repelled those that I didn't want, and it attracted the ones who are serious about working with me. Okay. So certain things like that. I also put an application process in place that asks specific questions based on the qualifications that I'm looking for in a client. So that's another part of that, right? It's a part of, do you have qualifications? Because as we're going through business, we tend to we think that we want to track everyone because we want to make as much money as possible. But when you're doing that, what tends to happen is, guys, don't forget to share this video if this is helping you in any way. Thank you to those of you guys who have shared so far. I really appreciate you guys. And so what we tend to want to do is we want to have as much money in our business, and we're not qualifying these people, right? And so what happens is I have different roadblocks in place to make sure that I'm not attracting those nightmare clients that I described earlier in this video. So if you're just joining this video now, in the beginning of this video, I've described nightmare clients versus high vibe client, what they mean, if you were wondering, okay? No, I actually have an application process. It's a full-on application form with questions on it. There's a whole question series on there, and it asks specific questions. I use an app called Dubsado, which is one of my favorite apps for client onboarding. And in there, it has a lot of questions, not a lot. There's a few questions. It takes about 1 minute to 2 minutes to answer the questions. And those are questions that I've developed based on my client matrix. I created something specifically for my clients and I. It's called my high vibe client matrix. My high vibe client matrix is a little process or system, a little square box, it's a whole thing where we go through to figure out who our client that we want to work with, would be, and who we don't want to work with, and what their characteristics are. So based on those characteristics, we develop our questionnaire for our application. And so I would have questions on there that kind of make sure that it's letting me know, okay, this person they don't have the characteristic of a dream client for me, or they have a characteristic of a nightmare client. And so my clients, actually, I do give my clients a red flag or nightmare client checklist so they can know, okay, what kind of questions do you ask to identify who your nightmare clients would be and who your dream clients would be. And that application makes it very clear. So when I get that in, before I send them the link to book a discovery call with me, they have to answer those questions. And then if they are a potential dream client, I would send them the link to book a call, or I would send them a message letting them know, hey, right now we're looking for these particular types of clients. So if you're looking for a particular service, here is where thank you so much, Dee. I didn't know that. Here is where you are, you can go if you're looking for this particular kind of service. I will absolutely send a person and apply to someone else as soon as I see the application, because I don't want to attract those types of clients. Okay? So absolutely make sure that you have certain checkpoints in place. And so, guys, I made it simple for you. That same client attraction matrix, that high vibe client attraction matrix that I just talked about, it's linked in the comment section, the description of this video, or in the bio of my bio, you guys. If you're watching on Instagram, it's linked. So I've not only given you a workbook where you can figure out your client matrix, there's also a link. There's also a video that I put together that breaks it down for you. It's a class that I created just for you. So if the link is in the description of my video. All right. So I put those things in place, right? And I have kind of goals in mind as to what I'm looking for in a client. And that application process, that's just one of my systems. The application is just one of my systems. Another one of my systems, you guys, is when I get on the actual call with them. I'm looking at a checklist of either nightmare clients or dream clients. So I know, and I'm asking certain questions to help me differentiate whether or not there are clients that I want to work with or clients that I don't want to work with. Okay. And so if I put up on, if I stumble across a client that would be a potential dream client, I would of course take them to the next step in my system. But if I, happen to stumble across a client who happens to make it through the application, who is a nightmare client, I still have another check in place to help me identify them on that call to know whether or not they are going to be a client that I would love to work with. That's going to help, that's going to elevate the entire process and the experience and make it amazing, or someone who's going to make the experience not enjoyable at all for both of us. Okay. So guys, if you're interested in that, again, click the link. It's gonna take you to where you can get that free gift that I put together just for you guys. So that was number 2. Number 3. So I have a bunch of different processes in place, you guys, systems in place. The application and the call is just 2 of my systems, which it's a series of systems that I put together. It's called the CEO systems that I go over with my clients. And so that's something that is so pivotal to the kind of clients that we attract now in our businesses. 3, I charge more money for what I do. So here's the thing that we don't understand when we're newer in our business. And we start understanding this, the more involved, or the longer you've been in business, you start to realize this. When you are charging a lower price for certain things, especially if it's extremely valuable, you're attracting those low vibe clients immediately, because you're attracting clients who are looking for bargain rather than value. I'm gonna say that again. You're looking for clients who are looking for bargain rather than value. And I would rather attract a client who looks at the value and sees, hey, this price, I know I'm gonna get this is valuable to me. And so no matter what it is, I'm gonna invest because I know that this is gonna be a valuable investment. Versus I'm looking to get a high-end service on a budget, right? Those are 2 different kinds of mindsets. They think differently. They take action differently. Okay? And so when you are creating your offers, yes, absolutely. So you create a list of questions to get a better understanding of clients, but it seems that they don't like that. They want a price with few information. Okay, it depends on what you do. What do you do in your what kind of business do you have? And the thing is, here's the thing. Again, it's about attracting high vibe clients. So there's an application process in place. And so if they don't like that, they may not necessarily be your dream clients. Because if they're dream clients and you have a process in place, they'll respect that. Period. Okay, because especially if you make them understand that this process is in place to ensure that they get the best results, because that's actually what is also for. It's to make sure that you're getting the right kind of person on your table or in the seat, so that you can give them the best service. Because if you're getting the wrong person there, it's not going to be a great experience for you. You're not going to show up on a high vibe, and it's not going to be a great experience in general for anyone. And so putting that process in place ensures that you're getting the right person at the seat and at the table, someone that you can absolutely help shift the trajectory and the results that they're getting in their business. But thank you so much for letting me know that. Let me know what kind of business you have. So charging more money attracts a higher level of clients. Clients who operate on a different frequency. And you guys, I refused to believe this in my business for the longest while. I refused. For the longest while, you guys, I refused to think that if I charge more, I would get a different quality of client. Okay? I thought that it doesn't matter what I charge. If the client is willing to change or do the work, it doesn't matter. No, there's a difference in the kind of clients I get when I charge more versus clients who I'm charging less. Okay, event planning, awesome. There's a different level, you guys. It's a different level. It's a different world. They are, because remember, there's a difference between having something lower end or higher end. When you get a bag from Rainbow or like a $30 bag, do you treat it the same way as you treat a bag from Chanel or Louis Vuitton? No, you treat them differently. You treat a Gucci bag different than you would treat a Rainbow $5 bag. You show up and take care of it differently than you do, on different levels. It's the same thing with coaching. It's the same kind of person. They're looking to solve a problem. The problem is, I don't have a handbag. I'm carrying a bunch of things in my hand. I need a bag, right? Same problem, and they need the same solution. But there's one that is higher end, quality, the experience is different, the customer service is different, the vibe of the store is different, versus Rainbow. You got to go in, you got to look, you got to reach up, you got to do all these different things. It's a whole different experience. It's the same thing for when you're offering a service in your business. You attract a different level of people. I'm gonna say this also again. Look at the kind of people who are in a Chanel store, in terms of their mindset, in terms of how they carry themselves, versus when you go to a Rainbow store, how they dress, how they carry themselves. It's not me being like weird. It's just the reality of the situation. It's two different kinds of people. Period. They show up different. They walk different. They talk different. They think different. They act different. They do things differently. It's just facts, right? It's just the truth. Okay? So you are, and also on the flip side of that, you guys, you yourself show up on a different frequency, on a different level when you're getting paid $3,000 versus $300. You show up differently. You act differently. Okay? You provide service a different way. The workbooks that you provide is different. Your investment level is different. Period. And I used to think that this was false. I would think that this was a myth. I would swear up and down, no, this is something that the people just say to get you to charge more money. No, it's true. I've tried it myself. It's definitely true. And I've seen it work firsthand. So that was number 3. Charge more for my value. And I don't charge. Here's another thing I want to kind of slide in here really quickly. Hey, Jessica. Here's another thing that I want to slide in here really quickly, you guys. I stopped charging. I'm going to say it again, because this is going to be a thing that is going to be a little controversial. But I stopped charging my worth. Here's how I charge now. I charge based on my results. I'm going to say it again. Charging my worth. And I started charging based on, here's why. It's not what you're thinking. Remember in the first point we talked about shifting my mindset and my energy? That was the first point that I mentioned. When you charge your worth, here's what happens. Let's say, for example, you say, I'm going to charge $1,000 because I'm worth it. I'm worth charging $1,000, right? And you don't sell a package at $1,000. Or let's say you had 10 slots and you only sell 1. You're going to start to think that your worth, you don't worth that $1,000 anymore. That's going to start to interfere with how you value yourself and your worth. I don't believe that as business owners, our self-worth should be tied to our prices. I think that we should charge based on the results that we help our clients to get, rather than our worth. Because really and truly, the market is what sets our worth, the value of our package, rather. The value of our package. And so I go based on the results that clients get. I know based on the results that I've gotten in the past that my clients start making 5 figures plus in their business each month. Okay? Because of the results and the track record that I have. I know that when a client works with me, they shift from selling tons of classes and tons of courses at $500 to selling out their $3,000, $5,000 plus programs every month because of what the results that my clients get. I have clients who now are six. That is the results that we get. So if I know that my clients are getting these kind of results, I feel like charging $300, $500, $1,000 is doing that offer itself a disservice, because I know that they're gonna get that in abundance. So I'm gonna charge in a way that I can attract these kind of people who are ready for those types of results, right? And knowing that they're gonna get that money back and then some, based on the results that I've gotten with my clients. That is where I want you to go. I don't want you to charge based on your worth anymore. I'm worth $1,000. No. What are your results worth? That's what I want you to get to. What are your results worth? What kind of results do your clients get? And I had one of my clients ask me this. They are a web designer, and they're like, well, the results is that they get a website. I'm like, well, let's talk about this. The kinds of because she does like really gorgeous websites. And I was like, well, so let's talk about the websites. The kind of websites that you create for your clients, they're now attracting higher level clients, because the website is a website that is a space for that high end type of client. So the results that you really get, I want you to go and do a survey with your past clients, and now ask them what kind of clients they're getting in their business as a result of the website you've created for them, based on what they had before and what kind of clients they attracted before. And she did that, and she realized that her clients were attracting higher level clients based on the website. And so that is what I want you to think about, you guys. Start interviewing your past clients and see what kind of results they're getting, so you can charge based on that. Number 4, again, that was number 4 actually, charging based on my results rather than based on what I think I am valued at. I'm charging based on the result of the program versus the value of what I think I'm valued at, okay? And lastly, number 5, my sales conversation. I said no to those who did not align and to those who did not qualify or meet my requirements, and I shifted them to someone else that would be better for them. This is another part of my business strategy that actually worked, because those clients that I said no to, I didn't just say no to them to make them feel bad. I said no to them because I know that I would not be the best person for them, because I know based on my past, when I've had those type of clients that were nightmare clients, my experience was not great. I was frustrated. I was depressed. I was, resentful of my business. I couldn't wait to get rid of that client, right? I didn't want to do that anymore. I want my client experience to be amazing. I want my experience as a coach, a service-based business owner, to be amazing. And so I had to show up differently. And in order for me to show up differently, I had to have clients in my business that allowed me to show up like that. And so I knew that if I said yes to them, I wouldn't. So, and the thing is, not all of those clients they're not horrible people. All of them are not horrible people. They're just not in a place where they're mentally ready yet to invest at the level that I am requiring from them, right? And so some of them probably have a budget that's $1,000 less than what I'm asking for. And I know someone else who has a program that is $1,000 less than mine that I would refer them to. Here's the thing. This mentality of sharing the wealth is an energy shift in itself, because it takes you out of the mindset of mine, and it puts you in the mindset of collaboration over competition. There are too many entrepreneurs, especially female entrepreneurs, that has this competitive spirit about them, a competitive energy about them, and they're very money hungry, and they are doing things from a place of, I want to get all that money, versus, you know what, this is not for me, but I know someone who will be perfect for you. And now you create a culture where, guess what? Those people start referring clients back to you. And I've experienced that firsthand. And guess what? Because I recommended clients to them that I was like, they wouldn't be a good fit for me, but they would be a perfect fit for someone else. And remember, I have a client criteria, so I can see if there's a certain personality that it's not for me, but it's for someone else, I would refer them to that person. And the people that I refer them to are now sending me my dream clients because they know what my characteristics are. Can you guys see how that reciprocal energy works? I'm gonna send you your dream client because they have the perfect budget for you, and they're gonna send me a dream client because they're looking for something else that they're not offering. That happens. You're creating a space of gratitude. You're creating a space that is tailor made to your dream clients. And that in itself creates a space where you're going to have those clients flowing into you from all over. Because I have clients that are referred to me from other coaches because I refer clients to them. Okay, so just wanted to share that with you. Again, if you are watching this video and you stayed until the end, thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate you. We have some viewers on here. Say hello if you're watching and you didn't say anything yet. I have a gift for you if you're watching on Instagram, the link is in my bio of Instagram. If you are watching on the Facebook, the link is in this video. Thank you again so much for watching, you guys. Pretty much all I have today. I will be going live again this week. I have more information to share with you guys. But that bonus class is going to be linked in the comments section. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I really mean that. That means a lot to me. I appreciate you. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. But you guys know I'm a Christian. So if any of you guys are on here who are coaches, I want to say a really quick prayer for your business. So if you don't mind, if you want to stay on for a little quick prayer, I'm going to say a quick prayer for your business because I want to see, oh, sure, I will. Absolutely, Jessica. I want to say a quick prayer for those of you guys who are on here and you want to, you're just looking for a quick prayer. Some of us just want a quick little part of our business. So I'm going to say that really quickly. So there, guys, I'm praying for everyone who's on this video, watching this video. I lift their business up before you, God, and I'm praying that you will just bless them with more clients, bless them with abundance in their business, God. I pray that everything that I taught here today, they take it on and they see it working for their business. They implement it and they see it working for their business. Anyone here who is struggling in any way in their business, I pray that you will provide the answers for them and that they will see the solutions quickly, Lord God, so they can go ahead being amazing and living in their purpose, whatever you call them to do. In your name, Jesus, I pray. Amen. So let me go ahead and go over the steps again really quick. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm a Christian and I pray for my business. And so I told you guys before, I pray over your businesses too. Everyone that watches my videos, I pray over your business in private. Like I say, the same little prayer that I do, but I wanted to kind of just change it up and just say it on here real quick. So hope that was okay. Let me go over my steps one more time. First is I shift my mindset so I can shift my energy. That's the first thing that I do. And of course, that means affirmations, prayer, meditation, and it shifted the way that I thought about who I am as a coach and my value as a coach. Two, I put systems in place that help me attract dream clients and repel nightmare clients away from my business. Systems like putting my prices visible for them to see, and systems. You're welcome, Jessica. And systems that like my application process and having a checklist for, is this a red flag or is this not a red flag, right? Number three, I charge more money for what I do instead of going on the low ball, going value based. I'm sorry, going based on bargain. I go based on value. Number four, I charge based on results, not based on my value. So I don't tie my self-worth to what I charge for my service. I go based on the results my clients get. Number five, on my sales conversation, of course, I go through my red flag checklist, my dream client checklist, and my red flag nightmare client checklist. Make sure that everything that I'm asking them aligns and they're the right clients before I take them to the next level of my program. Or if they don't align, I make sure that I refer them to someone who I know would be a good alignment with them. Now, if they're just a horrible client, I don't refer them to anyone because I don't want to refer horrible clients to anyone. But I have a process in place. It's like another check system to make sure that we are in the right mindset, right? We're in the right mind frame. Okay. So those are the 5 steps that I take. Again, I talk about my client matrix because in order for me to know who my dream clients are and who nightmare clients would be, I have to create a client matrix. And so I created this thing. It's called the High Vibe Client Attraction Matrix. And I've linked it in the description of this video on Facebook or in the comment in the bio on Instagram. And that's where you can figure out who your high vibe client is and who your nightmare clients would be. That's a free workbook and a video class that's going to be linked in the description part. I have in the link that's going to be in the description of this video, it breaks down what you're looking for. So you'll see that there's a form of a checklist in there, but the red flag checklist, I have that for my clients. I don't have that in this free thing, but you'll create your own kind of when you look at the video in that training. Okay. So thank you for asking that question, Jessica. I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to go ahead and go. You guys know I'm recovering from laryngitis, so I've been drinking tea and water, but I can feel my throat is getting strained again. I'm going to go ahead and go, and I'll see you guys in the next video this week. I'll post a picture. Thank you so much. Oh, that's so sweet. I appreciate you. I'll post a picture of when my next video is going to be happening this week so you guys can prep to tune in. All right? So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.